Welcome back to Les Schwab Tire Center's Outdoor GPS. Now it's real time, sponsored by the Mill Casino.
Welcome back, everyone. Now, if you're like me and you're crazy about chasing waterfowl, it doesn't matter if it's ducks or geese, there's a reason why they call them waterfowl. That's generally where they live. You need to have a pair of waders that's going to keep you dry and warm throughout the season, let alone multiple seasons. And I've never come across another pair that will do that for less than $1,000. And quite honestly, my $1,000 pair of waders didn't do that. But High and Dry do. We've talked about them here for several years. Now, we've got Brian and Ian, the guys that came up with these. They are the owners of High and Dry waders, and they're all the way over there on the wrong side of the country, but we won't go to there. But guys, how you doing this morning? It's good to see you.
Doing great, Alan. Good to see you, my man.
Now, Ian, first question I got for you, man. You got banged up here a little bit ago. How you doing?
Oh, I kind of tore my Achilles tendon earlier in the summer, but I'm coming back together. I'm ready to go.
Age, man, it catches up to you, bud.
That's what they keep telling me. How's that hip?
I love it. I love it. Now, guys, I have to talk about these new waist waders. I mentioned this just a couple of weeks ago here on the air. Lots of folks got very interested in those. Tell us about them and how they are different. And I've had several pairs of waist waders and was let down, quite honestly, every time for a number of reasons. These are different, though. Explain to us why.
Well, because they're the exact same as basically our breathable waders with a lot of other features. So that we have our same seam seal technology. We have the same quality boot. We have everything all combined. And we just, as you see, we've got another Owen behind us.
Stop it.
As East Coast Owen. But it is everything that you have in your full chest wader, but it's like a pant on steroids, basically. You have the removable straps. You have an elastic waistband with a full 2-inch nylon belt. You have 2 waterproof pockets that we use, the tie zip, and very well protected. And everything about the wader itself is just like our normal breathable, but at a waist level.
Which is, I mean, a lot of us, you might think, okay, well, that's easy. Just take a pair of chest waders, chop them off, and call it good. Well, I've had several pairs over the years of different products that were out there that were waist waders. They never fit right, Brian, Ian. They just didn't. And I think that kind of falls down to the way your original waders were designed, because they do fit correctly. They have the seams in the right spot. They've got the bulges in the right spot. Everything is the right way. How difficult is that, though, to go from a chest wader feature to do that? Was that something that took a while to R&D or get correct?
Just like anything that we do, we're patient. We take our time. We use the stuff ourselves. We've got people in the water, like ourselves, duck hunting, fishing, rail birding, guys in aquaculture using them, guys in the cranberry industry using them. So between us and people that are actually, using the things in different aspects of using waders, essentially took all that feedback and incorporated it into this wader. So it took some time, but like anything with time and good knowledge, you can put it all together.
Now, Ian, for you, are those your chest waders?
I would say something to make fun of you, but we're on live TV, so I'm gonna hold it back.
Hey, it's my world. It's my world. I can do what I want. Okay, so let's get the Owen behind you that spells his name incorrectly. Can you step forward and give us a little bit more of a shot, Owen? We want to see. That is so weird to say that name. Now you can see. These are my favorite waders right now, guys. I wear them in the boat. I wear them when I'm hunting. There's a lot of reasons why pant waders are really an advantage, let alone that pocket that Owen right now just opened. I have never seen on a pair of waist waders, literally. And I've had several different pairs. That by itself is a hell of a innovation that you've got there. But can you tell someone that might be going, well, why do I need waist waders? Why would I just wear...
Right here.
Yeah, and
Right
they're waterproof. Very, very cool.
100%.
It's a great place to put your phone. That's one of the problems with waist waders in the past, guys, is that you had no storage, no place to put anything. And it is a little inconvenient, but with those pockets, it does change that. But for folks that are watching that are going, well, what would I need a pair of waist waders for? What would you say would be your number one favorite part about having those lower waders than, say, your chest waders?
For convenience, and it's like wearing a pair of pants that keep you dry. So if you're in a layout blind hunting, if you're fishing, if you're doing all kinds of stuff, it allows you to be able to be mobile and not have to put a bunch of stuff on. So you see right behind us, Owen just took off the straps. They're fully removable, so it's like wearing a pair of waterproof pants up to your belly button.
And this time of year, it's great too, because it's still 75 degrees outside. You might want to go, shin deep in water, thigh deep in water, and you don't want to,
or over top of Ian's head.
And you don't want to put on a full pair of waders. It's just not as hot.
Well, and for me, I mean, a lot of you that live here where I live, and some of you that know, kind of the things that we have to do to chase ducks around on public land, we're hiking long distances, up to a mile or more, to get some of our spots. Now, a lot of us will take our waders off and kind of hike in because you get so darn hot, like Ian had mentioned. With these, you can leave them on. They are breathable. You're not just going to sweat yourself to death on your way out to your blind. It is an advantage. Now, of course, you're not going to want to use them in areas that you're going to have water up to here. But later on in the season, that's when I started wearing them mostly last year. Using the boat when the water finally came up, they're just much more convenient, much like you mentioned, Brian.
Yeah, it's just like getting in and out of a boat. It's simple, it's easy. Whether you're either fishing, hunting, you can do both in them. And it's just like wearing a pair of jeans, but that keeps your butt dry.
All right, so let's kind of talk a little bit about the pieces of the puzzle here. One of the best parts about high and dry waders, it's the boot. Everyone. That's the one thing that you put on, your feet are in them, and if they're not comfortable, especially when you're hiking or covering some ground, the waders just aren't fun to wear, right? But these boots are different than what everyone else has out there. Tell everyone what those differences are.
There's a lot of differences, and you have one of the best phrases. Would you say it was? It looks like a Volkswagen with a Corvette engine.
Yes.
So they're 100% handmade. We have one of the highest grade leather, true natural rubber content. And there's a lot of proprietary stuff that we do with the boot. The lightweight, the dexterity in the boot, and the combination with comfort and warmth is kind of, in our opinion, one of the best around.
Well, the first thing I'm going to say to everyone, you're looking at this right now. These are my old boots. This is the original pair of waders that I bought from High and Dry several years ago now. They made it 3 seasons without having any issues, as much ground as I cover. These boots have got that amount of miles on them. I mean, I couldn't even tell you how many. But they look like any other boot wader or wader boot, right? They look just the same. But it's what they're made of and how your foot feels in it. Go ahead, say that again.
I said, I love the fact that you just made the comment that you bought them.
Well, yeah, that's how our partnership all worked out. When I originally bought these, I was skeptical, of course, like everyone else, right? You buy them, you go, okay, let's see what happens. But 3 seasons in, that's the end of it. Once you're there, as much time as I spend in them, if I can make it that far, I'm all in, right? But back to these boots, they don't come off your feet. You can walk miles and you're comfortable. You don't have to change them in any way. You don't have to take and put, you don't have to take and put inserts in them so that your feet don't hurt when you're walking around. And you all know what I'm talking about. It's one of those things about waders that we overlook. We want them to be dry. We want them to look good, feel good, but we overlook the boot itself, and you can't. And once you put your feet in these, you will literally go, oh, okay. I know. Okay, now I know what you're all talking about. All right, but there's a lot more that what you guys got going on, and I'm kind of showing that off right now. Some of the best swag that I've ever come across. I want to talk about that a little bit when we come back from this break, guys. Is that okay?
All good, my man.
All right, we'll be back in just a couple of minutes with the guys from High and Dry. I think.
Outdoor GPS is brought to you by Chevy Silverado and the impressive Turbo Max engine. Flex your muscle with the strongest, most advanced Silverado ever. Official truck of Outdoor GPS.